Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's another quite exciting day, and I am happy to have you here. And beside me is handsome man. Yeah, you can call him Tim. He's so cool, you know. And oh, what the fuck? What are you doing, bro? Okay, so as you can see, we are preparing something quite awesome to be dishing out every time we've got the opportunity. And today on this show, we're going to be talking about Will Smith. Will Smith and Chris Rock, the beefing, it's not yet over. The slap, and later on,
yes,
retaliation. Bro, how did you receive the slap, man?
Oh, it was.
If you were the one.
I don't know.
I mean, like, I really want to.
It Chris rocked it me. Like, I was like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yeah, like, if I were the one, like Will Smith, if I had to gather all the chemistry to do that, I would make sure that I would hit Chris Rock very hard. Man, because you don't know what's coming your way later.
Well, I mean, think about it, like, okay. Well, put yourself in a scenario of Will Smith. Okay, Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith have this strange relationship. Okay, they're married, they're not married. It's complicated. It's a celebrity relationship. Okay, now let's say you, as a man, you have a strange relationship with a girl. It's not always positive, but you have something invested in her. You have feelings. You like her still. Like, you've had either some form of sexual relationship. Maybe you've dated her. Maybe you think about getting married. Now, let's say like you guys go out. Okay, now you're not a celebrity, obviously, but you go out to like a bar. And there's a comedian one night, okay, and he notices you guys are African, and like he starts making fun of you, but you're finding it funny, but your girlfriend or your estranged partner isn't enjoying it, and you guys are laughing. You're just laughing. You're trying to get her into it. But what if this guy just calling your girlfriend a stinky, black something something something? All right, now you would feel like if she gives you that look, like you better hit this, mofo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a reason to get up and slap the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
think about it. Like,
I got it.
This isn't like something new. This is like Will Smith and the Chris Rock slap thing. Isn't nothing new in history. It's something that's been going on since the dawn of man. He says something bad about my girl. Doesn't matter if she's my friend, my sister, my mom, or someone I'm sleeping with, or something like that. You literally are going to get slapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something really bad. Because you don't, I mean, I'm on the side of the debate where Will Smith was in the right to do that. But it wasn't just because Chris Rock said some words. It's because he says something about my investment, as a man, what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm on the side that says Will Smith was in the right as a man, because I mean, as a man, if someone said something about your girl, wouldn't you be, angry?
As a matter of fact, I will be angry. But no, my point is,
go ahead.
Was it that really necessary? Because the slap was even so childish.
Oh, yeah, it's very childish.
You got it, right? If I'm the one to do that, like Chris Rock wouldn't continue with the show. He will have to go to the hospital. I mean, because you never know.
You didn't get him by like the Hulk or something, or like a strong thing.
If I have to do that, if I must do that, right, then the dude is gonna go to the hospital, because like you never know what's gonna come your way, yo. I mean, like, before you even think of doing that, you need to be sure of the kind of relationship you got with this girl.
That's true.
Because sometimes you can even die for somebody who doesn't give a shit about you. This is very common, right? And so if I have to be ready to take the shit from both sides, I'm gonna hit the dude very hard. That's the point. I mean, like, it's gonna show my masculinity. It's very important if I should do it. But I'm wondering if actually it is manly to do that kind of shit. Because whatever, we know that comedians literally
say ridiculous things,
shit about people all the time, and they get away with it because they are comedians. You got it right?
Yeah.
Now, if I have to react to such an incident,
Okay.
then I will give you the slap of the century.
Okay.
I will hit you very hard, but there are some prerequisites. I need to be sure who I'm defending. Yeah, because you saw the reaction of
Yeah.
the guy's girl. I don't know if I'm going to call it his wife.
At this point, I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. So this is another problem, you know?
But he has. I think you might. He has emotional investment in her, though.
Oh, yeah.
But
So many dudes do that.
yeah, I mean, like I saw this one video of this Asian couple. And this guy, okay, so they were sitting, like the comedian was coming over talking to everyone, making fun of everyone, right?
Yeah.
But he just had to make fun of this Asian couple. And I think they were Chinese or Taiwanese or something. And the guy was making fun of the girl by calling her, like saying, "Oh, I'm so Chinese, I'm so horny." And the guy, the Chinese guy, or I don't know, the Asian guy got up and started fighting the guy. Like he didn't slap him. It was a
Just punching and all that.
kicking. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like this is you're not. I mean, at least Will Smith, slapped him. He didn't go like full on like fists. You know, he just gave him a slap. He did something. You know what I mean?
That was just like the kind of slap that we used to receive from our friends.
Yeah, exactly. But I think though,
and there is something about this Will Smith of a guy. He likes to cry, man.
oh yeah,
This
yeah.
dude is so. How do they call that word? He's got this. It's like it's a hobby for him to cry.
Well, I mean, not just cry, but just be really, a celebrity. You know, I mean, celebrities do this though. I mean, like all celebrities go to this weird. I mean, he's philosophical. He's emotional. I like when he was back in the '90s. He was hilarious, but then for some reason, like after I Am Legend, it got really, really dark. Like he was in Men in Black. Like all those really good funny movies. All of a sudden, it got too serious all of a sudden, and then philosophical. And there was this one movie that was really sad. I forgot. It was like when he donates his eyeballs to like it's a really sad movie. Like he does it. It's like not even funny. It's depressing.
Yeah.
And he donates his eye. He kills himself. How he kills himself is okay. Spoiler alert. By the way, I spoiled the movie for you. By the way. I think it's called Blindside.
Yeah.
And he has these jellyfish in his tank, and he wants to help someone, so he kills himself, and he sacrifices like his vital organs and his eyeballs for someone to have it. Shit. And yeah, man, it's a pretty intense movie.
For me, Will Smith as a person, he's a nice guy. I love watching his movies, his past movies, and even the present ones. But my point is, this guy, he seems not manly. Do you understand what I mean? He's
can you give me an example? It's quite an accusation. It's quite an accusation.
Oh, sorry about that, bro. I withdraw it. So as a matter of fact, what I just mean is like, like there are some guys when you see from their reaction, these are men. Yeah, I still go to that slap. It wasn't really worth it.
Well,
all right. Now let me refresh my observation.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, what happened after that is what interests me the most. Because the lady this guy was defending in public actually didn't actually marry that because we are told she was messing up with a kid under her keeping and she's married to Wils.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
So like even her reaction after he did that wasn't satisfactory. She didn't actually endorse the action of Will Smith. So sometimes you need to be sure who you want to die for, bro.
I know what you mean. Yeah, you're right. That's good wisdom.
So, yeah, that's the worst regret. Like
I agree with you, but
because let me land. Like at the end of the day, if this lady wanna divorce this dude, it's gonna be so hard on him.
Yeah,
she wanna rip off all his finances, something like that. Because this is so common in the US. We're going to talk about it in another edition, though. And she wouldn't think just a second does this guy lose a lot in terms of...
Well, yeah. Women in general just do that. They just,
Yeah, so what I mean is, it is not necessary to react like that. If you should or you must do it the real way, bro. Give this guy the real slap of the century. Let him go to the hospital. So that either ways, you will be like, yo, I did it. Because just that action warranted a lot of criticisms on the side of Wils. But why did he benefit after that? Messed up. After that, they were like, yo, your wife is not even, she doesn't even respect you. She's cheating here and there. And she actually admitted in the public. So who's the fool?
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously Will Smith. I mean, obviously. But the thing is, okay, Will Smith is just weird in general.
Yeah.
But though he does, okay, again, has a relationship with Jada. They're still friends, or they have some form of weird relationship
in common.
And it's obviously they have some connection still there, and he's willing to stand up for that connection, you know. And again, he's a celebrity. They do this type of stuff, but in general, as a man, I feel like he was in the right because again, he was talking about Jada, and like in general, if a guy, I mean, just in general, like if a guy says something bad about a girl, like let's say you're talking to okay, there's a girl, not just a girl, she's pretty, right? She's young, but obviously Jada's not young. But here's the thing: if you say something bad about this girl, and she looks at the guy for a second, she's gonna manipulate the guy to say something back to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, girls have this power to manipulate men, no matter if they're dating, if they're in a relationship. Sometimes, again, this has always happened, but I'm just saying when a pretty girl is present amongst a guy, if you say something either awkward, stupid, or derogatory toward her, you're gonna get a reaction from another guy. The guy will be like, dude, what's your problem, man? She's beautiful. She's at Amazon. What are you talking about? Yeah. You're stupid, man. How could you say that? But, you know what I'm saying? So like with Jada, this scenario, obviously not young. I mean, she's kind of still good looking in the face wise. Bald. I'm not into bald girls. But
yeah, she's actually pretty.
But anyway, I'm just saying like she has that ability to manipulate men or manipulate people to do what she wants. Yeah. You know? Now again, in my opinion, I think Will Smith was just reacting as a man to defend. Yeah. But I agree with what you're saying about like how the reaction, how like the investment wasn't really worth it.
It wasn't worth it, bro.
Yeah, she divorced the guy, and she's probably still hanging out with the other dude. Again, I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea the situation. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. It's a poor investment. But it's just, I think it's just a male instinct to kind of, if the girl I have this really weird relationship with doesn't like what's being said on stage, I need to react, and I don't care how stupid it is. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, this thing, it reminds me of a story I read on social media in China, and it happened in the streets, I think Guangdong province actually, where one girl, I mean, she was with her boyfriend, and then one drunk dude just came up and he started harassing her, and then instead of the guy to defend the girlfriend, he instead called the cops, and that warranted a lot of criticisms from social media. Everybody was like, "Yo, you can't protect your girlfriend. What the fuck?" And we were talking. We was with friends, and I was like, "Yo, man."
Oh, so you knew this guy?
Come again?
You knew this? Okay,
no. I mean, like, just talking about this situation among friends. Like, one guy was like, "Yo, that dude is not serious." I mean, he could. I was like, sometimes, it's very important to defend your girlfriend. Yeah. But ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Sometimes you might, because you want to help somebody, you go down for it.
Exactly. You know.
Yeah, you go down for it because trying to help, to intervene at that situation. If something happens to the dude, this boy is going to go to prison. Yeah, he's going to be incarcerated. Whatever thing he said, I wanted to defend. No, so I tried to understand this situation. Was like, yo, what was the right thing to do?
I know what you mean. There was this similar story. It's a very similar situation. Okay, but this person actually defended their girlfriend. Okay, so back in 2017, 18-ish, right around there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so this African American guy from America was at a Chinese bar with a Chinese girl.
Yeah.
These two drunk Chinese guys came over and started harassing his girlfriend, and he punched both of them. One of the guys complained that he punched him so hard that he almost went deaf and blind. And the guy, he was actually an ex-famous, well, not famous, but like ex-NFL football player. And he went to jail in China for 4 years. He was a football coach here.
Okay.
4 years he was in jail.
Oh.
They let him out in, like, I believe it was 2019.
Oh, and the guy was in China.
Yeah, it was in China.
It happened in China.
Yeah, it happened in China
That's
for 4 years. He was just for defending his girlfriend.
That's
And
it.
Here's the thing. I think, like you said before about Will Smith, it was a poor investment.
It was very poor.
The guy, okay, I don't think he's together with that girl, like the Chinese girl. It was a legit beautiful Chinese girl.
Yeah,
he was defending her.
That's it.
But he went to jail for 4 years. And
why? Because the law is the law.
Well, that's
the
the
law
thing.
is not human, and it doesn't want to really go into the sentiments. What it's stipulated in the text is being applied. If you, in the act of defending somebody, kill that person, you go to jail.
pretty much.
It's simple because the law it says so. Yeah, it's not a moral. The law does. It's not a moral. How to say that? It's not a moral
Obligation?
virtue.
Virtue.
Yeah, not like that. The law is. Somebody once said the law is harsh, but it's the law. That's a very common expression. And I think that guy who didn't intervene was doing the right thing, regardless of what might have happened.
That's true. Yeah.
Because you never know. Maybe the drunk guy has a knife or something. You might either lose your life or you might kill him in the course of fighting. And who's going to listen to your side of the story, bro? Yeah, like you're talking about the African American guy who defended his girlfriend in the bar.
Yeah.
Are you even sure that when he was in the bar, the girl came around? I mean, like when he went to jail.
I don't know. I don't know if they even came together.
So it's very complicated.
Yeah, yeah.
Very complicated. And sometimes you just need to apply what the law says.
You know what? Before we go back, love makes you do crazy things.
Does love really exist?
Love makes you do crazy things.
Does it exist, love?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you have investment, or if you've had sex with her, if you kissed her a few good times, and you guys had a good few moments, I mean, love makes you do crazy things. I mean, am I not wrong? I mean, think about the whole discussion. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. It's historical now. A Chinese guy, didn't defend his girlfriend, but people reacted to it. And people are like, keep in mind, when people react to this, they're kind of putting themselves in this scenario, and they're realizing they need to defend their girlfriend, but they can't because, like you said, the law.
Yeah.
But then we go back to the football player who got with the show. He punched someone so hard, they almost went blind and lost their hearing, So...
And he went to jail.
He went to jail. And the crazy thing, though, is you're right. This is actually making me think a lot, like... Is this girl really worth defending,
That is what I said. There should be prerequisites. There's what we call human rationality.
But my thing, though, I gotta cut you off real quick. How do you think about this in that moment? It's easy to say this now, but if you had a beautiful girlfriend and some guy was harassing her, like... You really have to think. Like, what you're telling me is you have to think the law about being human.
The thing,
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna put you on the spot. You tell me exactly what I gotta do. Because
this is what I want to do as a man, right?
Okay.
When will I defend?
Yeah.
I can defend first of all myself. If I'm tied to the wall, bro, I'm gonna punch you so hard in the face because this is me. The truth about human relations, what we call love, is a myth. I'm sorry to say that.
I've never heard this one before.
It's a myth.
Go ahead.
Because These are songs that human beings sing every day. But at the end of the day, the same people who are telling you how much they love themselves, when they go to divorce in courts, you never heard nothing positive about the partners in the past. So what is love?
It's
So it's a temporary thing, a temporary attraction, something very temporary. I want to emphasize on that word, temporary, because I've seen couples who sing love in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, who don't want people to sleep in their neighborhoods because of love. But I've seen the same couples tearing themselves apart. If love should exist, it should be before, during, and after.
before, during, after what?
For example, if you love someone,
Okay.
I mean, like, during the time you guys are happy together,
Okay.
you respect the love. And if there are some inconveniences in your relationship, maybe due to some compatibility issues, maybe you don't understand each other, if you are separating, don't kill yourselves because actually you love.
Okay.
So for me,
Help me out. Okay, let's go. I'm just trying to go back. So the beginning, love.
during the entire time, yeah,
Okay, the first initial meet. Love.
yeah.
Okay, so dating, relationship,
Yeah,
marriage,
yeah.
and then finally getting divorced.
Yeah,
You still have to find a way to love the person, even though
that's
the
it.
person is leaving you. Like you.
That's it. That is supposed to be like that. Is it like that?
No.
No. So was there love in the beginning? What is love? It's unconditional
Love is unconditional
feeling
feeling.
that you invest in somebody regardless of what that person gives you back.
Yeah.
That's why God,
yeah.
that's why God loves us. Regardless of our deeds, whatever thing we do on earth, He is still faithful. He still keep the breath on our chest. You wake up in the morning, you're still breathing, even if you killed somebody yesterday. That's love. It's unconditional, right? So among human beings, does that shit exist, bro?
Well, I think it's. I would say it's like it's temporary, like you said. Like
It is temporary.
because we get the same thing with anger. Anger is temporary. you
Of
know?
course.
Sadness is
Of course.
temporary. But
Yeah.
for example, let's say you you try your best to love this girl in this relationship. You love her so much.
Yeah.
But if you guys are having those moments, like really bad moments, and you win the lottery, it's like.
That's it.
You know?
So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, all right, we're talking about Will Smith, trying to correlate the slap between Will Smith, that Will Smith gave Chris Rock, that was in 2020, and then
2022.
2022.
Yeah.
What happened later? Like how many months later? Actually,
Several.
Just several
March
months later.
27th.
yeah, and we're trying to like look at this situation, the real life situation. Like, yo, will you do that? Why? Is it even necessary? Is that manly? And does love really exist? If yeah, how long does it exist? Because it's just a dude who actually hated somebody so hard because he was defending his woman. Yeah. And that was the only thing, that was the highest energy he could offer. He's not a wrestler. Yeah, so as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, like we're talking on this channel, we're just trying to help us think together on this phenomenon in the society. For me, like I'm telling you, bro, I think we need to revisit the concept of love. Like so many people actually capitalize on attraction and they call it love. Love isn't happiness for me. It's sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrificial.
That's why
I
your
agree.
mom
Yeah.
will love you till she dies.
That's why she screams in pains. It's like my big
All the
love for her.
time.
Yeah.
Regardless of your age, anytime, whatever thing you do in the society, whether you're a good or bad kid, she's always going to be there for you.
I know what you mean.
How about these girls that you meet on the street, bro? I love you. I want to die for you. Blah, 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 blah. And 2 days later, you guys are tearing each other apart, bro. Is that love?
I don't know. It's so difficult, man. I have some friends. I wish some male friends. There are some really sad relationships. Like they're really cool bros. I just want them like the best for their lives. But I see them in those really sad relationships that break my heart because it's like, do I love her? Do I not love her? Do I love her? Her mom hates me, but I love her. It's just, I really want like just to stop. I feel for them because I would hate to be in a relationship where I feel like I'm trapped. You know?
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
My bad.
Will Smith is a great guy.
No.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to do that for yourself, not actually because you want any reward. What he did, so many people conceived it negatively, but I think he was satisfied at one moment. If I were him, I will reconcile with Chris Rock.
Well, yeah, I would too. I would definitely reconcile with him. It's like it's just like for me, it's a spiritual like I have to do it because if you know,
it's very important.
I mean, God has mercy. I gotta show mercy to other people. I literally can't. I have to like I would do. I mean, I'll be awkward, but I want to make this like I would apologize even. I would just say like this is what I would say if I was Will Smith. I would say like literally like Chris, as a man, I felt in my obligation to stand up and slap you. Just imagine the scenarios were different. If I said something about your girl, I expect you as a man, well, hopefully to slap me as I slapped you, but at the same time, again, I apologize, but the scenarios were different. How would you react? I expect you as a man to choose a good decision. If it's a slap me, then so be it.
That's it.
But I want to just keep this going because obviously, like, it's not good,
That's why I wanted us to talk about why wait that long before coming out on public. Supposedly, Chris Rock was waiting for Will Smith to walk up to him and say, "Bro, I'm sorry." Because so many people were talking like, why did he have to wait that long before coming up? Why? I think he was waiting for Will Smith to come out like, "Bro, it is what it is, man."
It is what it is. I mean, my thing is, I'm not a celebrity, so I don't. That's the. I don't know what they think. Like, it's a celebrity to me are like a whole different race of humans. Like, what do they think? Like, if you, for example, if I see like Will Smith, like, "Oh, hey, it's Will Smith," he's like, "Oh, hey, I don't know you, but okay, hey," But then when they see another celebrity, like, "Hey, man, so we worked together in that one movie,"
Yeah.
But it's like when they see me, a nobody, it's like, "Oh, hey, you want an autograph, kid?" Like, it's like a whole different race. So I mean, I don't know what they think, especially with relationships. Like, okay, Will Smith and Jada are not the only ones who have a weird relationship in Hollywood. Come on, are they the only couple that's weird in Hollywood? There's other people in Hollywood who are just as weird.
Yeah, so many people. So many people.
I know.
And I really wanted to, like, these cases are very rampant. I always think, like, why should it always be men to sacrifice?
I'm sorry?
To sacrifice in relationships.
Well, I mean, it's just, it's a team thing. It's a team thing, I mean, you make sacrifices to make more sacrifice. I mean, could you imagine kids? But here's the thing. I believe it's eventually, like, as you know this, but I think as well, like, you become, like, if you love the girl, you're willing to take her poop, and she's willing to take your poop, and you make a poop sandwich, you eat together. You know what I'm saying? That was disgusting what I just said. But anyway. Anyway, you still work through it no matter what. I mean, this guy, she snores at night. You forget to take out the trash, but you find ways to cope. You know what I'm saying? You find ways to cope. I know this one relationship, and I hope the person doesn't find out I'm talking about them, but I love them. They're a great couple. I'm not going to bring it up. It's best not to bring it up. It's just, I realized the guy in the relationship, he's different from the girl, and the girl, she's one of my female friends, and I love her like as a sister, but I just wish they would just work together better, because I feel like he has such great potential to be a great husband, but he just has to do this one thing that it just seems like, why can't you just cut that off and be the man? But again, somehow my friend, she goes and they both cope. They find ways to cope, even though as a man, I feel like he could be better. But again, that's between them. That's between him and his wife and the Lord. I mean, I don't know how they work through it, but they'll cope and things work together, you know?
Yeah, like, human beings have got a lot of expectations, like women like men, right? Sometimes.
I mean, women have to like men, because our race would exist if women didn't like men. Could you imagine men just like men and women like women? Or we would go extinct. Sorry, go ahead, keep calling. Sorry.
They always have what we call a checklist. Like, I want my guy to look handsome, I want him to be tall, I want him to be rich, I want him to be this, I want him to be that, I want him to be that, I want him to be that. And sometimes
I want him to be a baller, a little taller.
And then what baffles me is they are not even up to half of the expectations that they want from the other partner. That's so crazy. And then, like, men do this all the time. And one of the reasons why people don't cope in relationships today is because of so much expectations from their partners. They never think like, if he lacks this, I can fill it up for things to work better.
That's a good point.
So many people don't think about it. They just, he drinks a lot. He does this, he does that. I can't go with him.
I know what you mean. Like, for example, I know, like in the Christian world, a lot of men want Christian women, but what I've always realized is sometimes you're not going to get what you want. Sometimes you have to, we have to cope. You have to work together with that person. Like, I mean, like, not all girls. See, the problem is, a lot of us guys nowadays, we complain more about women, and yes, women do complain as well.
Yeah.
But I personally believe, and if you don't mind me speaking here, I believe us men have to stop. We should complain. We should talk to one another, but we need to find one of our complaints about women and try to fix it. Because again, not everything's a woman's fault, and not everything's a man's fault. It's like half and half.
Yeah.
So we need to find ways to, make the girl the way we want to make them. And again, we won't get everything we want, but at least get two. Like you said, the list. That list. Get at least
checklist.
The checklist. At least get 2 things on a checklist and 2 things on her checklist, and she can make you the way you want her. Sorry, bad English. You can make her the way you want her to be, and she'll make you the way you want to be. Just take 2 off that list.
That's it. That's it. So many human beings don't think about it. Like one comedian, he's actually from Nigeria. He talked about the checklist for women and their age. Like when a girl is young, maybe 20s, between 20, maybe 20, 28, she's got a very long checklist. Right? And as time goes on, she's not able to meet the guy that meets up with the expectations. The scale of preference start dropping. It drops. And when she is 40, she's like, a man is a man. Even if you're not working, I mean, I have a job. Even if you're snoring on the bed, I'm going to use earpiece. Cool. I mean, like, the guy, he is actually depicting something in the society. So many girls, so many men lose it all because of so many expectations. They don't think the other way around.
It makes them interesting.
They don't think the other way around. Like, okay, this dude, I wanted a man who is handsome, but he's not that handsome. I mean, he's a man. You can make him handsome. I wanted a dude who drives a car. You both can work and you buy a car. What the fuck? You got it right? So they have so many checklists, and this list put them in a bubble. And time goes by, very few of them realize that they are the fault.
So,
and at the end of the day, they blame other people, they blame God, they blame nature. Meanwhile, God sent them so many men, but they wanted the Mr. Right guy. That's my thinking.
So kind of basically what you're saying, kind of lower your expectations.
Not lower them. Try to see how you can complement.
Okay. Compliment. Okay.
Yeah, compliment. It's not about lowering. Everybody want the best.
Yeah.
But the truth is, the best doesn't exist.
Oh.
Because you've seen men who are handsome, who've got money, who got the fame, celebrities. They seem messed up, man. They mess the women up, and this is the life. So you just gotta go for what you can manage and compliment. That's it.
That is true.
So, yo, people, that's it.
I mean, honestly, it made me think. It made me think a lot about how would I define love? I mean, love is sacrificial, but I want to go. That's my homework. What is love? And the standards, like how we need to kind of like. I mean, you said don't lower your standards, complement your standards.
That's it. Yeah.
And a lot of things I take away from this conversation is like make sure this woman that the guy you're about to slap, you make sure like this woman's worth it.
That is it. She
like,
should deserve.
Because will she be waiting for me outside of jail? Like will she be waiting for me, or will she be finding some other dude to sleep with?
That's
you know what I'm saying?
it. Do you know? Yeah.
So like this is like left me thinking like a lot. This has been a good podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like you should know who you want to defend. And
okay, let's review what we covered over real quick. Okay, so so we know who you defend.
Yeah, you should know who you want to defend if you are faced with a similar case like Will Smith.
Similar case, yes.
Sometimes you are with some women who do not deserve your sacrifice.
Yes.
Because you know them. The truth is sometimes you don't just want to admit that this woman doesn't deserve me.
Yeah.
But you know that she doesn't deserve you. And so in such situations, don't defend her, bro. Because she's going to mess you up later. Because she did that, right? And then, concerning the situation of guys defending people, man, you need to know what the laws of your country, wherever you are, what do they say? And you need to also think about the consequences, because you might be wanting to defend your girlfriend, which is something good, and you get yourself in trouble.
Okay,
and don't forget, the law is not a virtue. Law is a set of rules. Even those who put them, when they go against that, they're punished. Think about that. You need to know what the law says. That's why ignorance of the law is not an excuse. And that's why so many black Americans in the US get fucked up every day. They don't have the time to read the basic laws of the land.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that someday. And they think like, oh, the system is against them. Yeah, to a certain extent, but they need to do some great job. I watched a video of a guy, not to go too far, he quoted all the laws of that instance, and the police officer left. Any situation where you are asked to pull over.
Pull over, yeah.
Bro, if you know you're right, that dude is gonna like, yo, do you want us to take coffee or something? Yeah. Most of the guys who are jailed, they don't know the rights, and they keep shouting. And they commit so many crimes at that moment. So as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is my point, this is my viewpoint. You need to know who you want to defend, and then you need to, if you want to defend, make sure that the laws in that circumstance favor you. If they don't, you take the right procedures. It's hard, so many people don't even know, right? You take the right procedures, and then another one is, we also talked about love.
Yeah, love.
Love.
The big L word. Love.
Yeah, we need to go do some research about love.
Find out what love is.
How do you understand love?
Does love have a flavor?
Yeah. Is it sweet? Is it
sour?
Yeah. You need to know that shit, right? You can put some comments on this channel and let's just talk about it, because it's a whole lot of things that we're going to be talking about, listen to. So don't get anything twisted. Our opinion might not be your opinion. We are not responsible for what you hear, but we are responsible for what we say. You got it right? And so that's it. So you're welcome. Welcome once more. As we are concluding, we're going to have subsequent editions. If you want to join us, you can join the podcast even online. All right. So I'm Don Franco for Frankie. And this
It's Tim.
Yeah. So catch you on another one. I hope that you did enjoy our session. We're just gonna say bye-bye till we meet. Yo, it's your boy.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah.